coming. I'd like to introduce our freeholder, Jonathan Young, who's going to start the program.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome everybody to our beautiful Blackwood campus. This campus has grown over the years and has really done some really remarkable things. And after today's announcement, it will continue and grow even higher and higher today. First thing I'd like to do is get some general hellos out of the way, I guess. We'd like to welcome Gloucester Township's very own Mayor. Assemblywoman Gabby Mascara. Former freeholder and one of my dearest friends now, Helen Albright. And all of our trustees and staff here at Camden County College. 49 years ago, this county found a need to bolster higher education and strengthen the workforce through the creation of this college. This process started with a small campus on a parcel of land in Blackwood and grew into what you see here today, expanding our reach for educational advancement, job training service to Camden City, Cherry Hill, and online. Today's students have the access to the opportunity today's students have the access and opportunity we could not provide their predecessors in the 1960s, but today we stand here to double down our commitment. Camden County College is one of the largest and most comprehensive community college in New Jersey and surrounding region. It's a vital resource for transfer education, workforce training, and cultural events. Camden County College is the perfect choice for those who are looking to earn college credits without getting themselves deep in debt. The college is a 3-district campus. Blackwood, Camden City, and Cherry Hill share the common mission of providing accessible, affordable higher education and occupational study. Camden County College is known for responding to the challenges and needs of the communities and students it serves by continuously updating its program service to support the area's economic development and residents' professional and personal development. Just last Tuesday, I had the opportunity to sit in on the future of the manufacturing of Camden County as welders graduated from a job training program right here at the college, which those students now will be able to go and work for Holtec International down in the city of Camden. I said it on Tuesday, they will forever be known as the first 9. They're the first 9 students that come through out of 300 welders that will be needed on that project down there. And as that program starts to develop, those children, those kids and adults will be coming through the school here first for their initial welding experience, and then they will go out and to Holtec. With thousands of new jobs coming to Camden County over the next 5 years, we need a strong workforce to fill these roles. The college will play a vital role in training and educating residents for those new opportunities. We need a strong academic institution that can provide a quality education for a fraction of a 4-year college price, which is very important these days. We need a place with direct links and partnerships to the best 4-year universities in the state. We need to create a hub for learning and a nerve center for the college retention so we can stop losing 34,000 high school graduates annually to higher learning institutes outside of our state. Camden County College is the catalyst for the future. Don Borden will be there to lead and create excellent outcomes for future students. We're going to go through the program a little bit. First up is going to be a very good friend of mine who I had the privilege of watching him as he went through his career, and really him being a mentor to me. The things that the congressmen have done over the years for this county, for this state, and now on a federal level has just been second to none. A lot of things that you see going on around in the city of Camden, in the county of Camden County, on this campus here, There's a lot of hard work from our congressman down there in Norcross. So without further ado, and also alumni of here of Camden County College. That's right, proud alumni. Our congressman down there.
A proud one at that. Camden County College has always played a very special part in my life, and I'm proud to be here today to watch its future and its vision be directed by somebody who I couldn't be prouder of, and that's Don Borden. So congratulations on what you're going to do. But when I take a look back here, you know, only the 5th president here, and I go back and Otto Maki, Ramsey, Phyllis Delvecchia, Ray Unucci, and now you, Don. And I knew each one of them. Now, I used to be the young guy, but I guess when you knew all 5 of them, that kind of disqualified me a little bit. But it's the vision from the very early days when I first came here. That you talk about, it's flexible, it's accessible, it's affordable, and it's quality. I first had an opportunity to be introduced to Camden County College when my mother, after we were in high school, decided that she wanted to go to college. Raising 4 boys and having that flexibility to go in the evening, she worked during the day. And she was involved with seniors and took a class or 2 and here and there. And she continued that on a part-time basis until I got out of high school and I went here full-time. And somehow between her schedule, my schedule, we both ended up with 1 class to go. At the Camden campus, we both took a health course together that we needed in order to in order to graduate. And luckily, she and I both got A's in that class. But one of us graduated with a 4.0 and one of us didn't. My mom was brilliant, and I'm very proud of her for what she did. So having that flexibility for somebody like my mother, myself coming out of high school, and then something that we did a few years later after I had gotten married. There was this new rage going on in computers, and I had to find out what it was all about. So literally, my wife and I, on a Saturday morning class, right next door here, took something about DOS and backslash and things, learning what was going on. So that was the second way we had been reintroduced personally. And then most recently, as the catalog came to our house, my wife is looking at continuing education courses for enjoyment purposes. So what you see here is that great flexibility, affordability, and quality that this great institution addresses. It's also about employment skills, so that the next generation of worker going to work at Holtec or many other places. You have Cherry Hill campus, you have the Camden campus, you have the Gloucester Township campus, which is so important to us. The Ring Road, you know, just the physical enhancement here have been nothing short of remarkable to make sure that we continue to give that opportunity to the next generation or the present generation or to the old generation who still want to do it. As I look through the course guide that comes out, I'm just thinking, God, I wish I had time to go to that. You know, that is what Camden County College does. And when I see the future that I'm looking at to run this great institution, along with John, who has brought that new vision here, trying to marry the old with the new to make it the best opportunity for our county residents that can do. Don, congratulations on your new appointment here, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Next speaker is going to come up. He is the president of the Camden County College Board of Trustees, Mr. John Hanson.
Good morning. On behalf of my colleagues, the Board of Trustees of Camden County College, I'd like to welcome you all to Camden County College. And first, I would like to introduce the trustees who are present. I'd like to ask you all to stand just for a moment and allow me to introduce you, please. William Spearman, Dr. Pugh Bassett, Susan Kroll, who is the vice chairman of the board, Helen Albright, Anthony Maressa, and Annette Castiglione. Along with Congressman Norcross and myself, trustees Albright and Maressa are also graduates and alumni of Camden County College, and we're very proud of that. We're very proud of that as well. So, two people who were very influential in me being able to assume the trusteeship and chairmanship of this board were outgoing president Dr. Yannuzzi and our dear friend and former trustee Louis Capelli Sr. And unfortunately, Lou left us before we got into this process, but both Dr. Yannuzzi and I and the members of the Board of Trustees recognize that this process presented a great opportunity, the selection process for the new president presented a great opportunity for the campus community and for the community of Camden County and beyond, and it also presented a risk. It had the opportunity to be a great unifying moment, and it had the opportunity also to be a divisive moment if it was not well handled. I asked Dr. Yannuzzi from the staff perspective to help lead this effort, and I asked all of our board members, our trustee members, to step in and really assume a leadership role. But I put the greatest burden on Executive County Superintendent Dr. Pugh Bassett, and I asked her to please lead the search, to involve the entire community, the trustees, the faculty, the bargaining units, the community, the staff, to bring them all together and take us through a process that would be credible, that would bring people together, and that would ultimately select the right person for the job. I thank every member of this community who participated in this process, but particularly Dr. Pugh Bassett. Thank you, Lavelle. There were opportunities for everyone who wanted to participate in this process to participate in this process. There were meetings and forums. There were forums for each candidate that were held both in Blackwood and in Camden. I personally attended 2 of the forums in Camden and 2 in Blackwood so that my decision would be informed. In the end, everyone had the opportunity to participate. Everyone's voice were heard, and there were very disparate voices. But I am very confident with the energy that I've seen, with the feedback that I've received from the committee, from my fellow trustees, from some of the faculty, staff members, bargaining unit representatives, and from Dr. Yannuzzi, that we made the right decision and that this college is in good hands and is headed in a very positive direction. So I'd like to thank you all for being here, Congressman Norcross for your remarks, and Freeholder Young for the work you're doing to facilitate all this. Thank you, everyone.
Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. So I can remember I was appointed to the Freeholder Board almost 1.5 years ago. And you know, through my new position, I've met some really, really good people. I find myself to be a pretty good judge of character. And the first time that me and Don met, we pretty much hit it off right instantly. It was almost an instant bond. And every time we see each other, it's a warm greeting, it's a pleasant greeting, and I just know that you will do a fantastic job. Your credentials are right there on point. Your vision's on point, and you know you have our backing 100%. I just know you do a fantastic job. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our new president of Camden County College, Don Wood.
Since the April Board of Trustee meeting, when I was appointed, many of you and many people not here today have congratulated me on this appointment, this opportunity, this amazing opportunity, and many people have asked me how I feel about it. I would say never more so than today. I'm humbled. I'm humbled by the nice things, some very committed people who've made great contributions to our collective communities said today. I'm very humbled by the opportunity. I'm also extremely honored to serve not just the college, but the communities that send us the students whose lives oftentimes hinge on what we are able to do for them and provide for them. I would be remiss if I did not thank the Board of Trustees collectively and the search committee for their faith in me. I thank Congress Norcross John, certainly all our distinguished guests that are here today, making an event that is already pretty momentous in my life that much more important. I cannot imagine a more important purpose than what we do here. You know, John and I talk a lot about leadership, and we would agree that what can move organizations forward and the people that work collectively in those organizations is a sense of purpose. What could be more important than what we are doing? And you've heard a lot of it. You've heard about degree programs, and you've heard in these conversations today, you know, students who transfer and job training and workforce development. And the fact that we can do it in a way that won't strap our students with amazing debt that we've all experienced through friends and family and them entering their lives with that burden. We know that the need for a post-high school education, whether it be a certification, a degree program, a baccalaureate degree, is critically important in terms of finding living wage jobs. You know, we graduate students with automotive training. John talked about welders. We really are a public service organization that takes the needs of the community we serve, figures out a way to provide what they need to get the training necessary to have those kind of career opportunities, and makes that happen. In addition, we are a second chance for so many people. The last couple weeks, and I talked to a number of staff who attended some of those events, we graduated adults with high school diplomas who had kind of given up hope in that regard. We graduated seniors who had dropped out of high school and have been brought back through our Gateway program on the Camden campus and our transitions program here at Blackwood, and opened the door to them all to have another opportunity. When you talk about purpose, what a great purpose that, you know, we've saved them from economic ruin and opened the door to economic possibility. In terms of my hope for this place, you know, we are a gateway to opportunity in a democracy, and my goals are to increase partnerships, because I think it's important that we work closely with the high schools that we serve in the South Jersey area. We believe we have an opportunity to make it more possible for many high school students to graduate with college credits. We'd like stronger ties with local business leaders so that we can be very sensitive to their needs in terms of workforce development and job training. And we really are focused on, with a lot of support from the Freeholder Board, maintaining an affordable education for our students. One of the things I'm most excited about, Mike Sapanik from Rutgers is here is joining us today. Thanks, Mike. You see our banner out here, is our partnership with Rutgers and with their Bridging the Gap program that you will hear about moving forward, because we'll be having another event similar to this sometime in the short future. Students with income issues are going to be able to graduate with a Rutgers degree, starting here and finishing at Rutgers, paying nothing for tuition. People earning between $60,000 and $100,000 as a family income can graduate with a 4-year degree, spending no more than $20,000 in tuition. That's a purpose everybody can be united around and a reason to get up and be excited about what we do every day. And I would also say, as long as I'm in this position, we will be student-centered. It will be students first, students second, and students last. I've said to a number of people who have known me through my career, if I ever stop thinking like a teacher and an educator, you need to have me move on from my profession. And I think with that perspective, the decisions that we make will be focused with those as our primary concern. And I think when you put students first, you help your faculty. I think when you put students first, it's easier to make decisions in terms of what you do with limited resources. And it certainly helps guide a future for you in terms of what your final purpose is. And with that said, 2 words, or 3 words really, but the 2 that most matter are the last 2. People who have worked with me these last number of months hear me say recruitment, retention, completion. And that is also part of our hyper-focus on making sure our students get to the end of the programs they start and have the opportunities that they came here to get. I would be very remiss if I didn't thank the people probably most responsible for me having the opportunities that I've had in my educational career. And I have to start by saying my kids are not here, but it reflects my wife and my philosophy that you have to take care of business first. And one of them has football practice. He's in high school, and he's where he needs to be. Another, we're proud, my daughter is at the RILA Youth Leadership, the Rotary Youth Leadership Conference at Stockton, and we would prefer she be there than here listening to me speak today. And my 2 oldest children who are college students, one who attends the great College of Camden County. They're all in their jobs. Those 2 are at work right now. And we felt that that was a priority, and I know they're here with us in spirit. But I would be very, very remiss if I didn't thank my wife for her support. I'm an absent without leave father and husband quite often, and I don't know if she's happy about that, but she certainly understands. She understands when I'm under duress that sometimes I need to go run or get to the weight room, and is very supportive that way. And I think most importantly for me is she's an educator. She's a tremendous teacher at Haddon Heights High School and shares that sense of purpose and the importance of what we do here and what that means not just for the students she teaches but our own children. And I think with that kind of common sense of why we do what we do, it makes her maybe a little bit more understanding than some others may be. So I conclude by thanking again John, the board, people in local government for their support. I'm going to hold you to the fact that you have my back and this college's back, and we appreciate that. And certainly for our staff, our faculty that are here, our students that are here, members of the community, I can promise you, I've said to a few people today in my interview, I said, you know, Lincoln's my guy, and I quote him a lot. What he said in this regard kind of fits me. I may not always be moving fast, but I'm always moving forward. And my intention is to keep moving this college forward, and I'll look forward to your support and cooperation and teamwork in that regard. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So as you can hear and see, I truly believe that this trustee board has made a very sound decision, and we thank you for your diligence and your hard work in this decision. We're going to do a little Q&A now, so if anybody from the press or anybody has any questions, we'll field some questions. Guess everybody's ready to eat. There's one, here we go.
So as the Executive Vice President and former Audubon Superintendent, you clearly have experience in the field. What would you say your philosophy of education is?
I think, again, my philosophy of education is an individual approach to the students that we serve. Everybody has different needs, everybody brings different abilities to the table, and I think it's incumbent on us to provide the appropriate support for them to take advantage of the talents that they bring to us to conclude a program, huge issue. talk all the time about students going to college. We have to change that conversation and talk about how many students are finishing college. So really, my philosophy is we need to provide the support necessary for individual students to complete their programming, whatever that may be. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you.
Covered it all, I guess, Press. Before we break for lunch, I just want to end with this one statement from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. And I believe that's what happened here today. We are on the move to change the world, or at least Camden County at the best. So we'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you for the support. We do have some lunch happening in the other room there. We do a little mingling, some talking, and you guys can get a little closer to the president. Thank you very much.